Yugioh fans, and welcome back to the King's Court. Now, today we're going to be showcasing our first recorded gameplay for the Yugioh Tcg. Now, on the right we have me piloting my hero deck. Now, this is actually the current build I've been messing with, but changes are coming to the deck because at my next tournament, I plan on playing Ian Shuffle. I've been seeing a lot of really cool combos with that card, so I actually want to give it a shot myself. Now, on the left, we have actually a friend of the channel. We won't use his real name for privacy reasons, so we'll just refer to him as M, or for hire duelist, because our I'm so sorry, still getting used to this voiceover thing. Our friend is actually wanting to get more into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, not like YCS level, but like local tournament level. He wants to start playing more, so he asked me to teach him a little bit about his deck, about how to basically play more at the local level. Like, what is this deck missing? What are the basic hand traps, extra decks, stuff like that. Now, you can see me going off right here. I drew pretty lucky. Like, the friend, our friend of the channel, didn't draw any hand traps. Like, no Ash or Valor, nothing. So, I lucked out, so I get to go off. But, basically, he wants to, like me, he likes to play rogue decks. So, he's also a big hero fan, too. And so, he wants to start messing around with the for hire deck, which is what he's been putting together lately. And I gotta say, I actually like the deck for hires. They're pretty cool. They kind of remind me of Black Wings, how they all summon each other. So that's pretty interesting. I loved I love seeing rogue decks at my locals, like any kind. Like obviously I'm a hero player, so obviously uh, I'm kind of like obviously a big fan of rogue. I got a couple other decks I'm working on. Like, I know I keep saying that, but they're coming soon. Like, I was able to finally order the cards, so I'll be able to come soon with the deck profile of the decks I'm working on. So basically, I'm going off right here. I got DP, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel bad for my friend. He can't really do anything to stop me right now. So I'm going off, and I just used Wonder Driver to get back my Poly, because I used Poly to hard summon DP because I didn't have Fusion Destiny at the beginning. So now I'm going into my Cross Crusader, and obviously I'm going to be bringing back Malicious to pop it to search for a hero. And if I remember right, I go into Plasma. Like, I searched the Big Daddy. There he is. Big Daddy Plasma. Love this card. So, yeah, basically this duel is to help my friend like figure out his deck better, and he also just wants to see what his deck is missing. So before and after this game, I looked over his deck and told him what he's missing, and he agreed, and he's going to be trying to update his deck. Like, he managed to get some of the more like really good hand traps for more of a local rogue level, like Nibiru, stuff like that. And he wants to build Crystal Beast, so he said he's going to go cop 3 of the structure decks, so that way he'll have the Crystal Beast and you'll have Ash. So I'm sitting pretty good right here. I got Big Daddy Plasma right there, DPE, and if I remember right, my one of my set cards is Mask Change. So I'm sitting pretty. Right now he's just trying to figure out what to do. like a lot of players, he's having difficulties on how to play around Plasma. So I'm explaining to him right here how Plasma works. Basically, he's a skill drain for his side of the field only. So I'm good. Not only that, um, he's trying to figure out what to play first because after he plays his monster, I tell him about DPE's other effect, about not just being able to pop itself and pop something on his field, but also the ability to lower his attack points of his monsters. Because DPE, a lot of people who like splash the deck, I mean like splash the card into random decks, even with Anaconda gone right now, he's like still splashed in sometimes. But a lot of people don't usually know about his ability to lower attack points, which is 200 attack for each hero in the grave. Like a lot of people almost never get to that point. So I had to explain to him that. So he just plays his monster and sets two, and he passes. Like I think right here he pretty much like just skipped it up right now. Well, not like I'm pretty sure he's just gonna play a monster and just let what happens happens. So I play Stratos and I search Liquid Soldier, and if I remember right, I'm gonna go use Polly, which is yeah, there it is, Wonder Driver, and there it is Polly. So I'm gonna use those to go into Sunrise. Let's see, yeah, and if no one was paying attention, the Polly was set because of my Wonder Driver. If a monster is summoned to the arrow Wonder Driver points to, I get to reset Polly from the grave. So I used it, and I got Sunrise, and now I get to search out Miracle Fusion, and now Chain 2, Liquid Soldier's effect will activate, which will let me draw two cards. Then I got to ditch a card. Not bad, actually. Nice little mini pot of greed. So I discard my second increase. So luckily, I didn't need it. Like, I'm glad I do play two increase. So a Miracle Fusion, Banish, and I think I go Ab Zero, if I remember right. Pretty sure, yeah, I went Ab Zero. Yeah, there he is. Ab Zero. Nice. So, I'm sitting pretty good right here. This is pretty much like game right now, as it should be. Let's see. If I remember right, I'm gonna swing. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna mass change first. And this is why I still play Acid. I honestly still love this combo. Mass change Ab Zero into Acid. Not only do I blow up their monsters, but thanks to Acid, I'll blow up their back row. So, to chain to that, if I remember right, his monster has an ability in the grave, and he's also going to chain his trap card. I'm not really sure off the top of my head what he does. If I remember right, he explains to me it summons like another for hire from his deck. So that's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of that one Sorcel trap, or was it Tri Brigade? I'm getting my cards mixed up again. Wouldn't be the first time. So basically, I'm explaining to him here what just happened. That when I mass change Ab Zero destroyed his monster, and now because of acid, it'll be blowing up his back row. I'm just trying to explain that to him, and he's probably he's just looking through his grave to see if he has anything to summon with the trap card. Yeah, so he gets that, and now he's just shuffling his deck. Honestly, I like the deck. For hire, it's pretty cool. I remember hearing about it, like, I want to say almost a year ago, that the OCG announced, like, some sort of new big boss Link monster, like a Link 4. I think it was Link 4. Well, either way, when the friend told us that he wanted to build a deck, I remember hearing about that card and I thought, cool. Because, like I said, more rogue decks I personally think are more fun. Like, I know that's like a hot topic right now, like amongst the really competitive players. But personally, I like, multiple decks that can compete. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's always been more like, it's kept the game more interesting. That's just me, though. My personal opinion. And yeah, Plasma absorbed his monster, and game right there. Game. Now it's time for game two. Um, Unfortunately, though, because I went first and I drew pretty good, and he didn't have anything to stop me, there wasn't much that honestly he could have done, especially after Plasma hit the field. So basically, now we'll go game two, and he decides to go first, which is probably for the better. Because this whole game, he said that he knew he wasn't really going to have like a strong chance to win. But honestly, I told him this game is for him to see what the deck can do. Because personally, my personal advice for anyone wanting to pick up a new deck, now, this is just my personal advice. This has been what I've done whenever I picked up a new deck. Try to play it as much as possible, whether IRL or a simulator or even dual or even master duel. If you play that, like try to play it as much as you can. That way, you'll get used to the cards. Like you'll be able to memorize the exact effects of your cards, so you can play by memory, like by muscle memory. You'll know exactly what combos you're going to do, and you'll know the main focus of what your deck wants to do. Like that's just how I've always learned new decks, and honestly, it hasn't failed me so far. Like I think the most. Okay, all right. Game two starting. Uh, by the way, if you like this kind of format, like me or Michael recording over gameplay, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I've noticed this is like a new trend we've been doing lately on the channel. But like I say, let me know in the comments. I guess you could like question for every video in the comments. I don't know if I like it, so we might just make this a new thing. In the comments, let me know your favorite rogue deck that you like to play. Like, we all have that one deck that, or it could be a couple of decks that aren't really viewed as meta or top tier, but we just love playing. And for me, that's definitely Heroes. And for him, if I remember right, like he really likes. He said he wants to rebuild Synchron, which is cool. And obviously his for hire deck and Crystal Beast. So in the comments, anyone seeing this, let me know your favorite rogue decks. Like maximum 3. Like go ahead and put them there, and I'll try to. We try to reply to every comment we get. And for the record, we appreciate anyone, like if you just want to give us like feedback on our videos or whatever. Really, we appreciate the comment nonetheless. So he's starting up with his monster, and wait, he starts out with Rhoda. That's really cool. Like I guess as a name like for hire, you would assume they're all like beast or winged beast or beast warrior, but not the case. They're actually like a mixture of monsters. So I think that's cool. Like that way, like I mean that makes them really susceptible to like cards like Gozen. I mean not Gozen, Rivalry of the Warlords. But it makes trap cards like there can only be one really useful, which is why I think he asked me if I had any of those, which I did. I had a couple of those. So I don't think. Oh, there it was actually. Uh, don't worry. Um, I wasn't. I couldn't see his hand or his deck at all during the game. We had this recording done by tripod, so I couldn't see any of it. In case anyone was thinking I was cheating or something. No, this and basically we record and then one of us voices over the game, giving our play-by-play. And obviously he searches. No, he summons from the deck. Yeah, searches, and now I'm cutting the deck. Obviously, personally, I always cut. I don't know. I guess paranoia from years of me not and somehow every my opponent getting like the perfect cards. I guess that's just me though. So he's doing pretty good here. He's basically thinking over his moves. And now he's going to be summoning another one from his hand, if I remember right. And I'm just waiting. Like, I didn't really draw like any hand traps this turn. Or no, wait, no, I did, but I was waiting for the right opportunity. Like, I think I drew Ash, or this, or that could have been another game I had earlier. So if I play Ash, I had it. But if I don't, yeah, I'm thinking of another game. I'm sorry. Um, let's see. Sorry if this is dragging out. Like, I told him to take his time because this is obviously the beer. Ah, yeah. If I remember right, that card lets him excavate one card for each for hire on his field that's not itself with a different name. So because he had two that were not itself, the one that's in attack position at the far left, it lets him excavate. So he could excavate two and add one card from there. And he got the Nibiru. Not gonna lie, that Nibiru, spoiler alert, will be coming up. I honestly forgot he got that to his hand, and that's gonna bite me later. But that's not the point right now. Right now, I'm just waiting, and he's deciding what to do next. Okay, yeah, he goes for a link summon, and he summons. I forgot what it's called. I mean, I'm still gonna help him out with his deck, so I'm pretty sure I'll start memorizing these cards' names anyways. And yeah, there it is. Let's see. All right, he's just reading over it. Yeah, he's like I said, he's still getting used to the deck, so he hasn't had like a lot of chances to memorize the card's effects by heart. So that comes with time. Like the more you play test, the more you'll memorize your cards. Like personally, I just gotta look in my heart. Like I just open up my hand, I see my cards. I don't even gotta think about it. I know automatically what they do. And now he passes. It's my turn. All right. Let's see. I think I started off with Fusion Destiny. I think I could be wrong. I mean, then again, it's at three, so assuming that's not a bad idea. Let's see. Right now he's just figuring out what to do. Like, he obviously, like, if I remember right, he told me that monster, that right there, that he's reading, that was his defense, can for once per turn negate a monster effect. Yep, there it is, Fusion Destiny. Unfortunately, though, I drew Malicious, so I had to use the one from my hand. That sucks because that minus me one card from my hand. So I'm going to be down to 3 at no, down to 4. But hey, Fusion Destiny gets to go up, so I can't really complain. So I'm going to send Shadow Mist to Malicious. I'm going to go into Destiny Hero Dangerous. Yeah, this is why. Yep, he stopped it. That card basically stopped Fusion Destiny. What are you gonna do? So I'm gonna go with Stratos, and with Stratos, uh, for the record, because of he stopped Fusion Destiny, I still lost my monsters for cost. So because Shadow Mist hit the grave, I still got to use his effect. So I'm gonna go Stratos, and I'm gonna go Ferris, discarding my Destiny Hero Denier. And now I'm going to be able to go and do Vision Hero Increase. Standard hero plays, honestly. Anyone watching this has experience with heroes, like either playing the deck or playing against it, has seen this combo, knows what's going on. Increase, Vion, send a hero to the grave. Usually, right now, it'd be like Malicious or Shadow Mist. But because I already used up Shadow Mist and Malicious is already in the grave, I decided to go Liquid Soldier. Now I know someone in the comments is going to be screaming at me, wondering, "You suck. Why'd you send Liquid Soldier?" I sent Liquid Soldier because this way, um, and if I go into Sunrise and get Miracle Fusion, I'm playing ahead basically. If I go to Sunrise later in the game, go Miracle Fusion, I can go into App Zero and get Liquid Soldier's effect. Plus, I really had nothing else in the deck that worked in the grave. I could have sent the second Shadow Mist, but if I did that, I would have been losing a resource that could have come in handy later on. That's just the way I saw it. Hey, if you don't agree with it, hey, that's what the dislike button's for. You may not see it, but I see it. If you don't like that play. And there it is. Nibiru. I forgot he had Nibiru. Oh, man. Well, I got a big, huge token at least. Something. I need to get that custom Nibiru token that is basically just join the Rock Johnson. That card is hilarious. I need that. So, because I have a Destiny hero in my grave, I can use Denier's ability at least, which means I can get back my Malicious. So I shuffled Malicious back, and now I'm summoning it again, basically, thanks to Denier. So basically, now I have both of them on field. And if I remember right, yep, there it is. If I remember right, I started. Yeah, I used. No. I started off in my hand with Polly. That's why I didn't use the Vion's effect to banish to search for Polly because I already had it. So now I got DPE and a big, huge token. Nice. Not the most optimal field. Like, it's not something I wish I could have started off with. I mean, it's not what I wish to usually start off with, but hey, it's something. So, I'm explaining to him here that all his monsters basically lose like 1400 attack because I have 7 heroes in the grave. Times 200, 1400 right there. And DP is at 25. So after that, I use DP's effect to tribute itself. That way he lost both his monsters. So, again, not the most optimal field, but it's something. So I got DPE, a token, and a pass. Not bad. Alright, switch into attack mode, and I'm going to activate DP's effect. Pop itself, and pop the token. If I remember right, he's basically going to be scooping soon. And, yeah, I pretty much got it. I remember. Yeah, switch to attack, DP, yep, game right here. And he's pretty much going to scoop up right now. Let's see. If I remember correctly. Yep. He's pretty much contemplating. Yeah. Okay. He goes to do his next monster. Yeah. This part's always so awkward. Because he had, like, no cards in his hand left. So, I guess he's just pretty much just thinking, what could he even do? Yep, there it is. All in all, a pretty good game. I thought it was good. So if you like this, go ahead and man, I'm sorry. Uh, all in all, I guess you could say quick thoughts. I thought it was a pretty good deck. He obviously still needs to work on his build, but it was pretty good, and it was a lot of fun too. Well, that's it for this video. If you like this and want more, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for stopping by. Bye.